Wow. Okay. All men on earth are under a punishment, a sentence of a karmic nature is carried out upon the human race, and a karmic contract that has been in effect long before now. In fact, since it began thousands of years ago, the karmic contract is imposed and enforced, and we're bound by it. The nature of the accepting the consequences of living on earth as a human carries consequences as a result of humans being in error, also representing God as not really God is a well, it's a huge problem. So saving grace is a mercy, and humans have to die, and ultimately they're not going to get to live. So we are here because of something we have to do, and a punishment, and a karmic contract has been forced, and we're bound to it. Death is a repeating process of a human kind, which is called a karmic wheel. Reincarnation is a fact, and reincarnation happens forever. So it is a repeating of living and dying, having being born and dying again, and being erased, forgetting all that you know, and then learning again, everything over again. And each lifetime, you'll only believe you live once, and only remember the lifetime you're in, so that you'll forget all the lifetimes before, and you won't know anything about any lifetime after. You'll assume that you only have one life, and that so you're not forgetting anything, and you haven't lost anything. The truth behind the reasons that humans are being punished is a concern, as if sharing information is actually something you should do. The truth, you might not be able to handle the truth. So if you remember when in the movie, when he says, "You can't handle the truth," that came to my mind. You can't handle the truth. You certainly cannot. So understand the human race cannot handle the truth as it is delivered to them by God Himself. He says humans defy my will, and in my name enforce laws and all kinds of other things that basically make us who we are. God does not support the religions that defy and deny Him, and also work His will supposedly in His name. He says He is a presence which has been withdrawn, taken away, and He has withdrawn Himself from us. So we are alone without Him. What does that mean? 7:45. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, so in a few minutes, I have to turn this off. A man that is not bringing to the table any important information is considered not important. people are saving the truth for later. So when and if it comes out, they can play ignorant, stupid, and I didn't know, or you didn't tell me. And it's true. God did not tell anyone. He expected them to know without being told. And they think as long as God doesn't show up in front of them and they could actually see him and he actually tells them, they believe they are not held responsible for the fact that they were not told. So even if they're thinking about what they should do that they were not told, they don't know. And so they don't think they should do it, or they should have to. And they will be blamed and punished for not doing what they are supposed to do. And they won't even know what they're supposed to do, except when they think about it. They'll say, well, if God tells me, he comes and tells me to do something, I'll do it. But right now I'm doing my will in his name. So I'm going to do what I think he's telling me to do that I want to do. So he's not, so we're acting against him, pretty much. Okay, so goodbye. And save yourself from certain destruction by placing yourself in a position with your God being with you, and make a decision to utterly follow your God and do his will, whatever it may be, especially anything that you are questioning whether you should be doing it, or if he tells you to do it and you say, I don't want to do it, or why are you telling me to do it? Doing God's will, trusting God is not always going to be easy. Doing his will, having him with you and trusting him, he'll tell you to do things that you're going to think, what? So ultimately, you have to be brave enough, like George Armstrong Custer, to follow God into hell. And ultimately, whatever he's leading you into, if it's death, then you follow him. You go there. If God leads you to death, then he will, and you'll die. If he leads you to life, then you'll live, and you won't die. That's how it works. Okay, good. I'll see you the next one. I got to get out of here now. All right.